Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And it's the Sixers to start out. Here's George. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's Duren. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Nice job by George to get out, run, and complete the break.
And the dunk by Duren.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's George. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Oh, there's the alley. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Detroit shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And when you talk about Ivey, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
Pass to Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
George with it. Picked up by Cunningham. And it's Harris with the rebound. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. So it's Philadelphia now, after the Pistons picking up a basket just moments ago. On the wing, Ivey. There's the 3. Sinks it from distance. Ivey's got his 2nd basket on the night.
And something Ivey continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Looking to end the run, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Now here's Cunningham. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
Easy to see why Ivey's guys lob it his way. He's fantastic at capping off alley-oops.
Here's George. 6-point game. Out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Cunningham with the ball. Beasley, right side. To the inside. George with a steal. And here's the fast break. And George with the jam.
And look at George going off on the defense, putting them to shame with the alley-oop jam.
76ers foul. First personal foul. 13 foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Hardaway. Picked by Stewart. Out to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get one up quick. From the arc. First shot won't go. 76ers trail by 4. And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Out to Schroeder. The three ball. The rebound by Tomjanovich. They've been keeping things close.
And now have a chance to jump back on top, B.A.
Here's George. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. George has got 6 points.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Stewart, right side. Pass to Holland. 30 seconds left in the first. And he parries his first look.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Sixers trailing. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Drummond with the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
It's his first trip to the line. Good on the second one. And he makes all 3. The 3, George. And so it's Jaden Ivey making things happen for the Pistons. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can.
76ers.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Detroit.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Pass to Drummond. Shakes him. Shoots over Duren. The shot by Drummond, no good. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
Yeah, it could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allen. George with a steal. And now the Sixers on the break. Richardson, that's good.
On defense, they're having trouble keeping pace.
The Pistons lead by 8. Pass to Ivy. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter.
Hey, yo, right here.
5 on the clock. And he lobs it up top. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
George misses the layup. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Harris. And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the floor.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
76ers trail by 12. George scanning the floor. The rebound by Stewart. Ivy outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And there's no question that Ivy possesses a ton of talent. The most important thing for him is trying to be consistent.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's the Pistons with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Picked by Stewart. Out to Beasley. Pass to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Beasley. 4-3. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Stewart. And the Pistons lead by 16.
Second effort usually pays off. That's a hustle play by Stewart.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Back to Schroeder. Up top, Beasley. Let's go with a 3. Drains the triple. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
1:05 left in the first half. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 8 points.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Schroeder can't get it to go.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Edwards so good inside.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
And here's Harris outside. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Harris has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's George. Got a hand on it.
Great recognition from Stewart. I like seeing him use his length and size to make an impact on defense.
Here's Edwards. Oh, a sensational slam by Ant.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And Edwards slams it in.
Man, what a move by Edwards. That was phenomenal.
Down low. Here's Harris. And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Detroit on top, up 10. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Detroit leading by 10. Cunningham on the wing. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
Here's George. The shot that time not on target. And here's Detroit. 17 points was their biggest margin. He gets it in there.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities. Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, he's making it look easy. Thompson with great body control off the contact.
Poke loose. Outside Edwards. Fires the three. The offensive rebound. Rejected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Inside. Back to Cunningham. Out to Thompson. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ivy. He's got 10. The ball's knocked loose. And he's going for the lob. Thompson, that's good. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
George, right side. Pass to Edwards. Ooh, the soft touch from Edwards.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Well, Grant, you... Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And Philadelphia making a change here. 76ers trail by 13. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game, and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Beasley, that's good.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And he lobs it up. Edwards using the vertical. Wow.
Oh, my. Edwards going way up for that slam.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Beasley outside. The three is up. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's Alexander Walker. No good there, off the double clutch. Detroit leading by 12. And Cunningham running the floor.
Well, teammates appreciate that kind of hustle on the break. Good work by Cunningham getting up the floor.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Alexander Walker. And the three off target. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
And Cunningham's teammates rely on him to score, which is why he's so assertive on the offensive end.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the 76ers will have a different look here. Here's George. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George, was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
Shot's good by Schroeder.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
And the layup falls. Schroeder's gotten 4 this quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
To the middle. Stolen by Ivy. And now the Pistons in transition. Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
Here's George. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Thompson. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Pistons on top. They lead.
76ers for 3.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. 76ers trail by 18. Here's George. Duren with a rebound. Oubre with a steal. And stolen by Cunningham. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Clock at 6. Thompson with another miss. 76ers trail by 21. For 3, George connects from downtown.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
Out to Harris. Pass to Ivy. There's Cunningham with a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. The Pistons lead by 18. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. 76ers trail by 20. George outside. From deep. Oh, Harris with the block.
A sneaky 6'8". Harris putting his length to use.
Now Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Count it. Thompson's got 25 points in the game.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And here's Edwards. Launches it. Now here's George. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
Here's Edwards. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Edwards has got 15 points here in the second half. Here's Thompson. And Gobert with a block.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Ivy, left side. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Ooh, poked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Pistons.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ausar Thompson.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
.58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rebound by the 76ers. Edwards gets the bucket. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And it's good. 2 points.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
George outside. Lays it up and banks it in. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.